we'll take a few questions for Yoshinobu. We'll start with Jim in the middle to your right, guys.
Okay, Yoshinobu, what do you take away from today's start, and what do you specifically want to work on for your next one?
今日の登板終わって、これからどういうところを修正していったらいいと思いますか。
立ち上がりから、コントロールが、うまくできず、ピンチを広げてしまい、そこから失点に、つながってしまったので、しっかり今日の試合を振り返って、なるべく早く切り替えて、次の試合に、向かっていきたいです。
Alright, so the problem I was having today was, because I was not able to control my pitches, and then which led giving up too many runs. And then I'm going to review what was wrong today, then reset my mind, and then get ready for the next outing.
Go to the second row on your left, gentlemen.
Yoshinobu, you've had pristine command throughout your entire career. Just kind of struggling with the command so far. What do you think is the biggest adjustment to kind of get back to that?
山本さんはそのコントロールがいいということで知られているんですが、今日そこがちょっと制球が乱れたというところ、これはどういうふうにこれから対処していきたいと思ってますか。
セットポジション入ってからの、投球が、すごく乱れたんですけど、修正するポイントは、しっかり分かってますし、とにかく、ピッチングコーチにアドバイスいただきながら、次の試合に向けてやっていきたいです。
The reason, because I was having the problem, was that being command was caused by it. I wasn't ready to execute a pitch with a stretch from the stretch. So I know how to fix it, and then I'm going to talk to my pitching coaches, Mark and Connor, and then get myself ready for next one.
And you've had a reputation for embracing big games. You played in big games. How are the nerves heading into this start and during your start?
山本さんは大きなゲームで強いという、印象イメージがあるんですけども、今日、開幕2戦目、この辺がうまくいかなかったっていうのはどういった気持ちですか。
やっぱり試合に負けてしまったという、悔しさはすごく大きいですし、その責任も、感じてます。またシーズンはまだ長いですし、これから、いいピッチングをして、チームに貢献していけるように、頑張っていきたいと思います。
I feel like it's kind of a regret that I just couldn't keep the team in the game from the get-go. So I do feel the responsibility for it. And then, like I said, because I just got to get ready for the next outing.
Thanks, Yoshinobu.
Take two more in the third row right behind you.
お疲れ様です。ちょっと聞きづらいことでありますけど、水原一平さんがアイコンになって、なんかその影響というかですね、今日ちょっといつもと同じ雰囲気ではチーム状態がなかったような気がするんですけれども、それになんかご自身に影響はあったのかとか、このことについてどういうふうに思っていらっしゃいますか。
そうですね、本当僕も、今日も登板日だったので、あまり話す時間もなく、本当に情報も何も持ってないので、ちょっとわからないですね。はい。
状況についてご自身チームについて。
So the question was how, because if Mr. Mizuhara's issue affected to his outing, and then the answer was I do not have much information on it, so I don't know what to say.
特にそれと今日の状況というのは全然また別物。
そうですね。みんな、とにかく勝つことに集中して変わらずプレーしてたと思います。
The question was, so that was not related to today's result, and then the answer was yes. Everyone is just like focusing on the game to make the game winnable.
We'll finish up in the second row on your right, guys.
1球目以外はずっとランナーを背負うって形になりましたけど、やっぱりピッチクロックっていうのは日本にないもので、こっちと違うと思いますけど、やっぱり多少気になったりとかっていう、目に入ったりっていうのはありましたか？
もちろん意識してのピッチングにはなりますけど、そこに問題があるわけではないです。
The question was the first pitch, except the first pitch, because you were having runners on the bases, and then the answer was I'm sorry.
意識しての意識はしてるけど。
Because I was thinking about it, but that was not the issue.
All right, Yoshinobu, Hiro, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you in Los Angeles.
Thank you, Mike.
Dave Roberts should be up next. From the Padres, we're expecting Mike Schilt, Xander Bogaerts, and Jake Cronenworth. All right, we'll get started with Dave, who has the first question. We'll start with Kirsten and then Bill right here. To your right, Dave.
Dave, well, just first, a lot happened in today's game. How would you just kind of assess overall kind of what you saw from your guys this evening?
It was pretty. It's tale of two sides. And on the offensive side, a lot of good things. Found ourselves in a 5-0 hole. Continued to fight, compete. Got the closer in the game. Made him go 1+. So that was a good thing. But on the pitching side, it just wasn't very good. Across the board, we just didn't execute. I think 9 walks in there. And defensively, we weren't good either. So you're just not going to prevent runs that way.
With Yoshinobu, did you feel like this was a kind of a continuation of what you saw in spring training with some of his outings in which he got hit around, or did you notice something different about his outing today?
It was, yeah, I think that's fair. I think it was similar to the last couple in the sense of just didn't have the command. And so, it's not about the stuff. When you're a command guy, which he's been his entire career, his life, and you just misfire, get behind in counts, hit batters, that's just not who he is. And so we just got to get back to refining the delivery, tightening up the command, and he'll be fine. But, it's just one of those things that he's an easy guy that, he'll bounce back from this.
Go to Bill.
Do you think nerves were a factor in his first inning?
I'd like to say not. I'm sure there was some excitement, some adrenaline. The first pitch, base hit, probably shook him up a little bit. But, he's given up hits in his lifetime. So I'd like to – I know he's not running from it. So nerves maybe, but it's probably a better question for him.
And what did you think of the game Mookie had?
Fantastic game on both sides of the baseball. He's adjusting really well, and he's a spark plug. And as everyone knows, as he goes, the offense goes, and he just continues to take, really good at bats. He's feeling really good at the plate, and the homer, even that base hit off Suarez, that's a tough at bat. So he's just doing everything we need from him.
We'll go to Jack in the second row.
Do you think any of the off the field stuff today just made it more difficult for you guys to lock in, also being at the end of a trip, knowing you're going home after this? Anything like that?
I don't think so. I think that this team's been through a lot as far as the core guys over the years, and I don't think that, I know that it didn't affect Yoshinobu. I believe that, and we just kind of got behind the 8 ball tonight. And position player-wise, I thought that we hung in there pretty well.
And then with Muncy, you guys had talked a lot about the work he was putting in defensively this spring. To see him struggle a little bit there today, is that a cause of concern, especially, early in the year? Kind of similar thing happened last year with him?
I wouldn't say, he's worked his tail off, the physical part of it, coming in early, getting a routine down, working with Dino, and, on just being a much better defender than he was last year. And certainly tonight wasn't, I think indicative of what's going to happen going forward. But obviously, there's plays that need to be made for sure.
Do 2 more, starting with Jim.
Okay. Now, you're going to take 2 long trips to do this series in Korea, and obviously you've got 160 games left in this regular season. So in the big picture, is this trip a plus overall for your team?
Absolutely. It's an absolute plus. Obviously we'd like to win 2, but to come out of this series 1-1, keep our guys healthy, pray that we get home safely, both teams get home safely, and you look at bringing Major League Baseball here to South Korea, it's been a win for everyone. And I can't say it enough how great we felt being welcomed here and the accommodations and everything, the fans, the interest, the excitement, and we came away with a split. So, yeah, it was absolutely successful.
We'll finish up in the first row to your right here.
With all that was going on with Ipe yesterday, did that have any effect on the players' performance, or was it just business as normal?
Business as normal.
All right, Dave, thanks for everything throughout this whole series. Appreciate it.